You guys, I have the most awesome video for you today. I am inside the Crayola Experience. I'm going to show you guys all the cool things you can do here at the Crayola Experience. I'm going to talk to Keith, the manager here, and he's going to tell us all about this place and about some of the other locations that you can find across the United States. This is like my dream come true, so it's like my happy place. I love it here. I hope you guys love it here. I hope you guys love this video. I also have a video on the Crayola store, so make sure you check that one out too. All right, let's get in and show you what's going on. I'm here today with Keith Koepke, and we're at the Crayola Experience. So this year, I don't know if you guys know, but Crayola Experience is turning 25 years old. I came here when my son was about 1 year old, and now he's 8 years old. Let me tell you, they're having lots of fun. He's gonna tell you guys a little bit about what's kind of changed over the years and about some of the locations, and I'll ask some questions as we go. So here we go.
Thanks, Jennifer. Crayola Experience is based in Easton, Pennsylvania. This is our first property. It started 25 years ago. This was built in 1996, and it was starting at 20,000 square feet facility, hands-on activities based on Crayola products, and it's currently 65,000 square feet, so it's grown over the years that families can enjoy together, make memories, and bring out the creativity in everybody in the family, especially the kids.
What was this place originally called?
This building was a department store. The building that we're in right now was a department store. The entire attraction now is actually 4 buildings converged into one. The original building, the department store, is over 100 years old. It's a very unique facility. It's a little bit different than the other facilities. The other 4 are all in mall locations, and they were all department stores. Big box stores before they were Crayola Experiences.
What are the most popular attractions? What do people like to do the most here?
One of the most popular is called Wrap It Up. It's where you can personalize and wrap your own crayon. And then right there next to it is our theater show, where you can watch how crayons are made with equipment that are actually used on the manufacturing floor. And then on our 4th floor, we have Meltdown and Drip Art, which is all melted wax based art. We melt a crayon and you can form that crayon into different objects. Right now we have puppy dogs and rings. And then Drip Art is a piece of paper that's on a turntable, and as the crayon melts and hits the turntable, it splatters the wax in a colorful design, and you get to pick your own colors. Those are probably 4 of the most popular. We also have Scribble Scrubbies, one of our new toys that you can color, wash the color off, and then color again. That pretty much hits the top 5.
When I came here the first time, there was only one Crayola Experience. This was the only one. Can you tell me about where their other locations are and what they're comparable, how are they similar, how are they different?
There are currently 5 facilities across the country. The first one was here in Easton, and then there's Mall of America in Minneapolis. There's Orlando, there's Plano outside of Dallas, Texas, and there's Chandler, Arizona, right outside Phoenix. The first 3 properties are all pretty much the same size, and we all have the same attractions. The Phoenix location is a bit smaller than the other locations. It's more like an airport version. It's about the 1/3 of the size of the other 4. We all have the same attractions. We all have the same promotions. We try to keep everything in lockstep so the guests can have a consistent experience no matter which property they go to.
How many total attractions are there here?
There's 27 total attractions in the facility. They're all hands-on, and they're all things that parents and children can do together and enjoy and make memories.
One of my favorite things collecting crayons over the years and anything Crayola is the amount of really super unique products that you can get here. I have a question. Can you tell me a little bit about the store? How does it function? How do you decide on what products to get? And what are the most popular products in your store?
The store is where you can get both Crayola products and Crayola Experience products. We have several unique gifts and souvenirs that you can only get in the Crayola Experience store. Each location has its own store. We're all pulling the same product from Crayola. We have the classic Crayola products. And then we also, above and beyond that, have Crayola Experience products. You can get t-shirts that make you look like you're wrapped like a crayon, a lot of tie-dye. Our most popular item in the store is our pick your pack wall, where we have 99 colors of markers and crayons, and you can personalize your own pack in a custom tin and pick your own. You can pick all of one color of one item, or you can pick one of each of the markers and crayons and take those home with you.
It's really popular in the US. What about internationally? I don't know if there's any news for those, especially Philippines. I know people love crayons there. So.
Well, Crayola obviously is international. There's Crayola facilities just about on every continent. Crayola Experience is just in the States at the present time, but you never know. We are looking at opportunities continuously, and we'll take advantage of the right market at the right time, and we'll expand when the market says it's the right thing to do.
Perfect. For those people that cannot make it into the Crayola Experience because it's too much of a drive, what are their options to do Crayola stuff?
We have created a Crayola At Home series, which started with COVID when people were not allowed to go anywhere. We basically took items from all our attractions and packaged them together and sold them online as an at-home experience, and it's become very popular. And you can go to CrayolaExperience.com and look at those products and order from home, and we'll ship it right to you. Matter of fact, the room we're in is kind of right now used as a storage area for Crayola At Home product. So what you see behind me here is all items from our store. This is the think tank that creates all the items that we end up selling. This is where it all comes from.
The next part of this video, I'm going to narrate what we did that day. There are 4 levels to the Crayola Experience. It's crazy. So I'm going to take you through level by level. We didn't hit like 100% of the attractions, but we hit most of them. I had 3 kids with me and I was videoing at the same time. Normally you could get done in like 2 to 3 hours, but I was there all day. Plus I wanted to be there all day because I'd driven so far and it was so much fun. I wanted to let you know there are a few things that cost. If you want food, you'll have to pay for food. The food is okay. I had the pizza. It was pretty good. It was a little pricey. Right now you can't get hamburgers and fries because when they built it, it was kind of close to McDonald's, and under the condition to build it, they had to not serve those things. But I think next year they will be able to serve those, and I'm really excited because the Crayola Cafe in Kansas City has those, and those are my absolute favorite. You will also have to pay if you want to do wax hands. You'll also have to pay if you want to go to the trading post, and they have this thing where you can mine for gems. We opted not to do that. And they also have a place where you can take a picture, just like a picture booth, and you can get that picture. One of the coolest things that I wanted to mention on here is that there is a nursing room. When I was breastfeeding my child, I went there and it was like the nicest room ever. So I'm so grateful that they had that there. It really made an impact to me nursing my baby, because I went to some places in New York City and there weren't. And the museum had me nurse in a place where like, people could come, and then they also, like, there were animals and I was just cramped up in a corner. So it was super nice that Crayola Experience has a private nursing lounge where mothers can go. I really enjoyed that and I'm really appreciative. And of course, another thing you're gonna have to pay for is the Crayola store, and I walked out with so many goodies. That's gonna be in another video. I don't know if it's gonna come out next week or in a couple weeks from now, but be on the lookout for that video. I'm gonna show you everything you can get in the store and some of the goodies that I came home with. I came home with way too many, but I still, looking at these pictures, I'm like, I wish I would have bought that and that and that. I love that store. It's my favorite place. I want to also show you, I got a souvenir from Keith. It's really cool. It is the dripping from the drip art. So what happens is all the drippings go down into the bottom and the custodian cleans them out. And what he does is he saves these pieces. So it's kind of this collector's item, but it's super colorful. It's super pretty. And I'm so grateful that I was able to get this. I will also have pictures, updated pictures on my website. I will do that in the next few weeks too of my experience there. I went there once, so I have some pictures, but I'll add more pictures to that post. So you guys, if there's things that you want to see specifically, you can go and look at them a little bit longer. I also wanted to mention that if you're just going one time, you get the tickets for a single day. But if you're gonna go more than once, I would definitely recommend getting an annual pass. You'll also save like 30% in the store, which would have helped me a lot. And then you'll also save on the food, you'll save on some of the other activities. So if it's worth it to get an annual pass so you can have more perks. Let's start on the second floor. This is a model magic dispenser. You can use your token or get more tokens. And this is Wrap It Up. You'll have to use a token. You get 2 tokens. If you want to do all 5 crayons, then you have to get some more tokens. The tokens weren't that expensive though. So you go in here, you choose your language, and then after that, you get to choose the icon that goes on your crayon wrapper. You can have no shape or you can put in whatever shape you want. There are so many choices to choose from. I really like basketball, so I chose basketball for my icon, and then I put in my name. I did find out that I couldn't put in any spaces because there was a limit on how long your name could be. So I put in Jenny's Crayon Collection, just all one word, and then you say you like it, and then you print it. And then at the top, the crayon comes out with the wrapper, and then you can put the wrapper on. I did all 5 crayons. The wrappers are a little funky looking because we were really short on time. I was trying to put them on all super fast, but I got all 5 crayons and it was so fun. Now this next exhibit is where you can get candy and you can make a rainbow with it. It is super cool and it has all sorts of flavors. My kids got one of these and they really liked it. And this is how you put it in. You put it at the top right there, and it will go in at the bottom. It is really fun. The next one is a car experiment. It's called You Design. There's also one, I guess, like a fashion show, but I didn't see it at the time. But what you do is you color it beforehand, then you scan the picture, and then you change some of the items on there. You can change the rims, you can change the spoilers, you can change the exhaust system, and then, ooh, that looks fun. And then you can have a tint effect to the whole car. So there's blue, you can change it to red, you can change it to green, orange, blue. And then you can have some effects. And what will happen is this will go on the screen, and then you can see your car in real life. So there's a lot of these like kind of app things that they project on the screen, which is really neat. And there's our car. It's in the show. This next exhibit is Rainbow Rain. It's super fun. When you walk through it, it's like the 3D effect and you can push the rain away. This next one, you can put yourself into a crayon picture. So I chose this one, and you just smile and then you say print, and then it prints it and you have this picture to color in. Silly Selfies is also an app that you can download on your phone, but the really cool thing at the Crayola Experience is they will put this one up on the wall also. So after you pick out your accessories, you make sure that your face comes into view and you say okay, and then you can also send this to yourself. So I put in my email, and then once you have your email in, it will ask you what effects you want on the giant screen. So these effects, you can have so many different effects. I chose these effects. Then you come to the wall, you say okay, and then you go to the wall and you see your picture. Isn't that so cool? And here's another one I did. It just floats around on the screen. It's so much fun. And then the wax hands you have to pay for. You have to make an appointment too for those. This is the Scribble Scrubby Station. It's really fun. And then we are on the 3rd level. So this first exhibit, Waterworks, was my kids' favorite besides the playground, and you'll see the playground in a minute. They have this cool background, and then what they do is they have these boats, and they learn kind of some of the basics about water and boats on water. And you can see the boats going through the locks. My son was a lot better at this. He just was kind of natural and picked it up. You make sure you fill it the right size. And then you go over here to this other lock and then you fill it up to make sure the boat can go through nicely. And this is how a real lock system would work. So it's really cool for the kiddos to be able to learn the concepts of how boats work. And like I said, my kids wanted to do this. They probably did it 2 or 3 times. It was one of their favorites. And this is a boat ramp that you can also put down. And this is the playground. I didn't get a ton of pictures because I couldn't take pictures of other kids. But you can draw on the turtle. They have markers to draw on that there. And then this is the puzzle maker. So what you do is you color a picture. My daughter colored this donut. And what you're going to do is you're going to make a puzzle out of this. So you insert your puzzle here, and this is a big die cutter. And what will happen is that this die cutter will cut your puzzle, and then you will be able to put it together over and over and over again. So look at it. Here it is coming down the puzzle. Isn't that really cool? Yeah, we really like this one. I wish I had a puzzle maker at home. That would be fun. So here's her completed puzzle. And then here it is at home that we can do over and over again. The next exhibit was paint palettes. So you can paint and then you put it in this big oven to make sure it gets dry, which is really cool. The next level is the 4th level, and it's the dripper is the first one you go to. And here I am. You get to do 2 colors, and that lever over there will control how fast it moves. So here I am pushing it up, so it's going to move a lot faster. And you can see it dripping down. So we made 3 of these, and isn't that cool? It just drips 1 drip at a time. And this is something that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do at home, because it would take a little bit of practice. But I think you can maybe make your own setup with this and have some melted wax and do it that way, but it would require a lot more. But here are the pretty pictures we made. I love how they turned out. This next exhibit is the melt and mold. So what happens is you insert 2 crayons and they melt into a shape. There also is a crayon factory that you can make shapes out of. We have that one. It broke after a while, but my kids probably made over 100 crayons like one weekend or 1 week. They were just going at it. They loved doing that. But this is a machine where you can make a bunch of crayons. So look into getting the Crayon Factory if you like those. And these are the options they had there. This is texture craze, which is really cool. It's kind of basic. It just teaches kids that they can rub and get the pattern underneath. So aren't those 2 little friends cute? Tip and whatever, I don't know the other one's name. They could be the color names. One of the really cool things I liked about going to the Crayola Experience is they have so much history on the walls. There was a lot of really fun stuff just to look at. And this was actually an exhibit that they had put on one of the floors. And this is right above the Wrap It Up, just kind of some of the history of making crayons so that kids could see it as they made their own crayons and kind of see the process. And this was another exhibit about all the accidents that turned into really cool things at Crayola. And we didn't make it over there to the outside of the box station. And here's another, it just talks about the history of Crayola. And, like all these posters were just all over. So I hope you guys really like this video. This is my favorite wall. I wish I could have it in my house. And I hope you liked everything that we saw here. And then to finish it off, this is the blue crayon. It's one of the largest crayons in the world. And here's some information on it. Thank you so much, Keith. It was so much fun to come and just explore and to learn about it and to get a feel. And the Crayola store is amazing. So thank you so much for answering my questions today. It was so much fun, and I'm sure every one of you guys out there is gonna love it. If you guys cannot come into Crayola Experience because you're not within the boundaries, hopefully one will come to you, or you can get Crayola at home. And I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.